that's the pitcher on the mound for the Blue Jays today. And the Blue Jays faced Kate Wolf, and the Panthers were able to get some runners on and created some problems for that defense, and were able to. They kind of played stalemate up until later on, whenever they got some runners on and had some timely hits to get them in. So they're looking to replicate that today, or figure out a way to get the victory and then make it to the final game here at Districts. Now, the Panthers were off on Thursday. The Lady Blue Jays played Thursday against East Buchanan, and of course are victorious. That's why they're here now.
I know you guys have a good eye of balls and strikes.
You can probably pick up the announcer as the Panthers are home today, so we're a little bit closer to the first base side. That's where the home plate home side of the diamond is the first base dugout. Panthers are in their purple tops and their striped purple bottoms. Blue Jays are in their purple or blue tops with the white sleeves, and then a blue pant with a white stripe down the side. So he's just now getting to the West Platte Blue Jays lineup. Umpires for today's game, Ray Stelton-Pole. He'll be out in the field, and then Zach Kraft is the home plate umpire. They will go with 2 umpires up until the final game, when they'll recruit a third and have 3 umpires on the field.
Number 2.
Also, the Lady Blue Jays were a part of the reason why the Panthers were able to win conference. They ended up beating Mid-Buchanan after Mid-Buchanan had lost to Lawson, and then turned around and lost to West Platte. And then those 2 losses, the Lady Panthers were able to pick up the win against Lawson, and then capture the KCI conference.
Number 5, catcher, Miza French.
So that's kind of the setup for today. Clay, do you have anything to add? Of course, you didn't hear me.
So, no,
I guess what are your thoughts as the Panthers start district play?
I mean, starting off tonight with West Platte is for a few different reasons, not an easy thing. Number one, it's a big rivalry game. That's West Platte, North Platte's always a major rivalry in the KCI. The back of stick, obviously, in football.
Yeah.
Wish it extended to other sports, but we haven't got that done yet.
Also, work on that.
Yes. Also, the fact that they've already beat West Platte twice. There's a saying and a belief among coaches that a good team's hard to beat 3 times in a year. That's exactly what they're going to have to do tonight. They're going to have to beat them for a third time. They met in the Benton final. Obviously, North Platte prevailed. They met during the conference season. North Platte prevailed. So they're going to have to do it tonight. And I know it's sometimes the weaker team, like North Platte's shown they're the better team. Clearly, they've won twice. But sometimes that weaker team, they get more shots at you. It can help them.
Yeah.
So I think North Platte's really, if they look ahead tonight at all, I mean, it's season over. They've got to go at this thing with everything they've got. They're going to take West Platte's best shot. West Platte's got Greer on the mound. She's thrown a lot of innings for them, so this moment's not going to be too big for her. They're going to have to put the ball in play. Wolf's going to have it on the mound. I mean, this is not an easy stretch on a district game by any means. I mean, this is about as tough as they come in the district semifinals. So,
and the minute you start taking things for granted is whenever you get in trouble.
Yes.
And it usually happens pretty quickly because the tension ratchets up just because you're playing go-home.
It's no different
go-home
than
game.
a playoff baseball in the major leagues. I mean, every pitch matters, every swing matters. I mean, one mistake can – I mean, the game isn't decided on one play, but one mistake can really put you behind the 8 ball, and it can really lead to your season being over, and a career being over of some seniors.
And then it just kind of compiles on itself and ends up rolling down a hill like a snowball that becomes a large avalanche just because it gets out of control. So, yeah, the Panthers need to focus on here and now, and I think they've had a week off. They played against Northeast Nottoway last Monday, and so they've had a whole week. Of course, they did make some pumpkins in between then and now, and apparently, I guess the Cyclops who won, but we're getting ready for the national anthem. We're going to step aside and let you listen in. cloud cover is at 30%. So I think it's a pretty open sky. It shouldn't be any problems picking up. Of course, the ball is green, so you should be able to pick it up. But, sometimes in the dusk, the baseball will tend to disappear. But I don't think softball has that same issue.
No. And how much times have changed? I mean, it wasn't very long ago when District Week was rolling around and you were watching the weather like a hawk trying to hope of, hey, let's not deal with rainouts. And now everybody's on turf. So it's like, hey, it can rain all at once. As long as there's not lightning, we're probably going to play. It's just how much times have changed, and thankful for the facilities that the KCI has you could have went a few different places and played on turf. So
yeah, because Mid Buchanan, do they have
Mid Buchanan,
yeah.
West Platte?
There
was about 3 or 4 that you could have chosen. And regardless, even if you're not playing on turf, there's some other very nice facilities that can withstand the rain. So thankfully we're not. Sometimes small school softball, you don't know what field you're going to play on, and that is not the case in the KCI. It's always excellent field conditions. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful park to play at in Plattsburgh.
I want to say in the baseball season, there was a couple of the last 2 years, there were some rainouts where they had to maybe play back-to-back.
Yep.
Of course, Panthers coming away, Coach Atkinson able to get the district championship, and now the Lady Panthers looking to do the same in 2024 here in the fall of the year. So we'll see what they can put together. Hopefully good things are headed their way. About ready to get things started now.
Game. She pitched in a district title last year, so she has a lot of innings in these district games. This moment's not too big. This is not new for her.
I was going to say, yeah, this should be kind of old hat for her now at this point. Leaves that one a little bit outside, it looked like, and the count runs to 3-1 now to the leadoff batter, Emma Downey. So the 3-1 pitch to the plate for strike one. So Kate's ahead. Of course, she was ahead to Downing, but lost her on 4 straight balls. See what she can do here with Vanetta. Kate's next pitch, just a little bit low and outside, ball 1, so the count runs even, 1-1.
That's exactly what they're going to do, especially early on. They're going to sit there till they get 2 strikes on them.
3-1 pitch now, coming to Vanetta. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the top of the first. Kate having a little bit of issue getting it into the strike zone. Starts off with the first strike on the first pitch, but then 4 balls after that to the first 2 batters.
This is not typically the hitter you want to face with runners on either. Sophie Greer is the heart of the West Platte order on the mound and in the lineup.
Left-handed batter, Sophie Greer. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Pitch. Strike outside part of the plate. So, as with the other 2 batters, Greer has an interesting, kind of holds facing the pitcher and then gets into her stance. Foul tip back into the screen. Count remains 1-2.
Well, and sometimes getting that hard one, the first out, it's definitely true in the first inning. So you just need that first out to get.
The 2 walks and then a home run puts the West Platte Lady Blue Jays up 3-0. Not the way the Lady Panthers wanted to start the game.
No, but we've talked about this year. You learn a lot of battles during the season. You learn a lot of lessons. If I recall, they were down 3-0 to start the Benton final against West Platte, and then they rallied back to beat them, I think, 10-3. So, if anything, that's where you go back on that lesson now of, hey, we've been down against this team. We've been here. We've done it. So, no reason to panic. We got 7 innings of hitting work to work with. So,
yeah,
it's over and done with. You got to move on. Can't do anything about it now.
Can't do anything about what's already happened, but go to work now and get the side retired so you can get in and get your bats going. First pitch is a strike to the number 4 batter, Addie Hughes. He's a third baseman, right-handed batter. Number 10.
That's exactly how you want to answer it after a swing like that, is right back at it, right back attacking that zone.
0-1 pitch. Didn't miss by much. But a ball, so the count evens at 1-1. Now, on that home run pitch, it did look elevated.
It was.
And she was able to catch up to it and drove it all the way out to center, just a little bit towards the left, but basically center field. Misses with that pitch. Count goes to 2-1. Kate struggling just a bit, but can almost turn it on pretty quick, I think, if she just figures out her rhythm. There's one foul all the way down third base side for strike 2.
First 2 hitters, she's just being a little too fine. And the 2 balls she's throwing to Hughes. I mean, Greer, you can be a little too fine just because she's a really good hitter. Unfortunately, she wasn't fine enough to Greer.
Yeah.
But the hitter she's walked, it's just being a little bit too fine, just trying to locate instead of just throwing.
Yep, trying to hit spots as opposed to just rearing back and firing it in there. There's one chopped on the ground, foul. Morgan Ball grabs it, throws it over to Kate Wolf, so the count remains 2-2. Nobody out. 3-0 in favor of West Platte here just to get things started, top of the first.
And again, Panthers offense has shown 4 runs is very obtainable for them, so they just can't panic here.
There's one hit kind of off the end of the bat and falls in. Now off of Kirsten, and that's going to allow Hughes to go to second. The ball was kind of nubbed off the end of the bat out towards left field. Kirsten had it, but it had a lot of spin on it. And then it got away from her towards the foul line over there behind third base. Allowed Hughes to go into second. So now runner at second, nobody out. Here's Deffenbaugh, center fielder, right-handed batter. Panthers need to put the brakes on the West Platte Lady Blue Jays. There's a bunt headed down the first base side, but stays foul. Had a lot of spin on it. Looked like it could have came back, but it hit that little
lip of green turf and brown turf.
Yeah, and I think that green turf maybe be a little higher, kind of stopped the spin. It could have spun back out there in fair territory.
And that would have been a nightmare because I think she'd have been there had it done that.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now, down in the count. The number 5 batter, Haley Deffenbaugh. Kate would love to get a strikeout right here.
And again, sometimes it's just you got to ride out this wave. This is kind of an onslaught from the start, but you just got to kind of ride it out. And
right through there, foul tip and into Kretzer's glove for the first out of the inning. So the Panthers, after 5 batters, record their first out. Now Brooke Allison, right fielder, number 17. She's a right-handed batter. Hughes is down at second. She had a single and then advanced as the ball got away from Kirsten. There's one bunted in the air. Kretzer underneath it. She's got it. Fires back to, good dive by Lenny Ramsey. So Hughes had gotten off the bag, and a good throw would have gotten her. Lenny Ramsey had to stretch all the way out to keep that thing from going into center field as she came up to cover second base.
I was going to say it's a good thing she did because Kirsten rotated to third and Williams went to first, so there was nobody behind her. If that ball gets through her, she's chasing it. So,
luckily, her athletic ability was able to knock it down. First pitch low. Misses ball 1. This is the number 7 batter, number 20, Molly Klein, left fielder. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and one pretty high out of the zone. Next pitch, inside. Had a little run to it, so now the count goes to 2-1.
Got to get into the dugout if you're the Panthers. Keep this right at 3 and get in there with the chance to cut into it.
Yeah, you don't want to have another batter come up. You want to take care of this one. There's hitting the ground to Kirsten. Bobbles it, fires to first in time, and retires the side. Good job by Cameron Kirsten to stick with it as it was bobbled out there, but then also a good play at first base as Cunningham was able to hang on to it. So after that, a couple of walks, home run and a single, left one on base. Panthers were able to get out of the inning with 3 runs across for the West Platte Blue Jays. So the score, West Platte 3 and the Panthers coming up. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio right after this.
We appreciate our sponsors of North Platte Sports Radio. Here's one you should check out.
Did your current propane company leave you out in the cold last winter? There's something you can do about that. Give Nash Gas a call. Nash Gas has been locally family-owned and operated since 1945. Let our family take care of your family this winter. Nash Gas offers keep full programs, winter heating contracts, and budget plans, all with superior customer service. Contact Nash Gas at 816-450-3333 or online at nashgasco.com.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close?
Welcome back, North Platte Sports Radio, where we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. Gracie Williams will be leading off. She's the second baseman today. Right-handed batter for the Lady Panthers. Panthers are down 3-0 and looking to make some hay of their own. First pitch is high. And I think with this, Greer's going to probably try to be aggressive with a 3-run lead. Next pitch is fouled back and out of play off the bat of Williams. Count runs to 1-1.
Greer's got a little velocity, so Panthers have to adjust their timing and early load. But again, they've seen her a couple times already, so that'll help.
Well, there's one squirted off the end of the bat. Second baseman's over and able to corral it for the first out. So kind of a little popper. Second baseman over to take care of it. Now Farrah Williams, designated player, number 1. Right-handed batter will stand in with one away.
Farrah Williams.
Panthers just need base runners. Some way, somehow, get them on base, get a way to drive them in.
Swing and a miss at one up in the zone. Doesn't connect. Strike one. Yeah, I think really what happened last time they faced them, whenever they were able to get some base runners, it really put a lot of pressure on the defense. There's a strike right through there that Farrah Williams took, so now down in the count 0-2. One of the things you want to try to avoid is to go 1-2-3. There's one fouled back into the backstop, right on the pitch. Still 0-2 with one away. Lenny Ramsey's on deck. Kenna Cunningham behind her. There's a kind of an off-speed pitch left up high. First ball of the at-bat, so 1-2.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup got away from her there.
I think it's the first changeup she's thrown. 1-2, fouled back and out of play. So Williams hanging tough in there. 1-2 the count, one away. Bottom of the first inning. Lady Panthers down 3-0 on the 3-run home run from Sophie Greer. There's one high and over the top of the catcher's glove for ball 2. So Farrah Williams has shown so far to lay off some of those that are out of the zone and foul the ones off that she can't quite get a handle on. There's one popped up. Second baseman has it. And that's the second out. So Lenny Ramsey now will stand in, right-handed batter, center fielder. Panthers have had an uncanny knack of going with 2 outs. See if they can do something here. There's a pitch high for ball 1.
Here's the thing, too. Greer is missing up. You miss up to Ramsey, and it could be the same way with Greer. That ball could go a long ways.
There's one high. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. One that was a little bit lower, but Ramsey not able to connect.
Took a big old rip at that one. That was a 2-0, eyes light up and green light.
Yeah. Next pitch. Strike. Takes it. Count now runs even to 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Greer. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That will end the inning. So Panthers do go 1-2-3. Nobody left. No runs. We'll head to the top of the second inning. West Platte 3, North Platte 0. We will be back after this.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the MSHSAA, are the 171,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Missouri. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Top of the second, up 3-0 on the 3-run home run by Greer. And what you want right here, I think, is a quick 1-2-3 inning and get right back in and get your bats back up there. Maisie French, the catcher, starting off things. There's one all the way back to the backstop.
That one looked like it stuck in her hand a little bit too long.
Yeah. So the 1-0 pitch coming. Here it is. Leaves that one high. I gotta say, I think West Platte is determined to be very selective up there, not to chase. 2-0 pitch. High and outside, ball 3. So what do you do to get kind of back in your groove, or how do you correct this as a pitcher?
I mean, this is where you just got to rely on those fundamentals, and you got to take a deep breath and realize on the mound, like, you're not going to get 3 runs on the mound. Like, this is where you got to keep them from scoring in. You got to trust your defense, and if they're going to put it in play and find holes, then then you tip your cap to them. But you just got to challenge them. The ball's got to go over the plate. You can't be too fine. It can't be hitting the bottom of the zone or hitting the outside, hitting the inside. It's got to be just get it over the plate and let your defense work.
Aubriel Vincent will be the courtesy runner at first base. Number 9 batter. Carson Schenker is standing in.
Pitch runner number 12, Aubriel Vincent, running for the catcher.
So runner at first, nobody out. Number 9 batter. I think if there's one you want to just go after is right here, number 9 batter. There's a strike right through there for strike 1. Next one, a swing and a miss. Kate quickly ahead, 0-2.
Schenker was way ahead of that one. She pulled her head, too, so see if they don't jam her inside again the way she pulled her head, or maybe outside.
Maybe come right back in there. They did. Strike 3. She took it looking. Kate records her first strikeout. Or actually, no, she had one earlier, didn't she?
Second strikeout, yeah.
Second strikeout, but the first backwards K.
Downing.
The leadoff batter, Emma Downing, she walked her first time up. Right-handed batter stands in. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Aubriel Vincent's at first base. Leadoff batter, Maisie French, walked. One away. Top of the second. Here's Kate's next pitch. Maybe thought about. And got her. There's a throw behind. Kretzer threw behind the batter behind the base runner. Base runner kind of gotten off, and she fired it down. Cunningham applied the tag and was called out.
Two good things there. Where Kretzer put that.
I think you just kind of take it.
It's funny, too, when you react on that and forget there's a fence right in front of you. I'm as guilty of it as anyone, but you dodge it like it's going to come through the fence.
3-1 pitch from Kate Wolf to Emma Downing coming up. Here it is. And leaves that one outside. I was going to say the other day, I was looking down, but I look up, and the ball is right there, as it's getting ready to hit the chain link fence, and I just reacted. It was just a total reaction thing because I saw the ball when I first looked up. I wasn't looking at what was going on. So Emma Downing works a walk. She's at first base with 2 away. Number 2 batter, Morgan Van Natta. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Downing walked in the top of the first and gets another one here in the top of the second. Kind of want to finish here with Van Natta. Possible strike on the outside part. She looked at it. Took it for a strike. So 0-2 now to Van Natta. Lady Blue Jays up 3-0. And you'd like to face Greer with nobody on. Swing and a foul back into the backstop to lead off the top of the third.
Yeah, this is a big out. Last thing you want to do is see Greer again with 2 runners on yet again.
Kate trying to, ahead in the count 0-2, trying to finish the top of the second right here. Here's the 0-2. Thought about it. Gets. So we're getting sound like maybe a foul tip. We're waiting to see because the runner went down to second base. So foul tip. So everybody will go back. So
the other question was if you don't call it a foul tip, was that a swing? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
if she went all the way around.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Looked like she did maybe offer on the pitch.
Regardless, here we are back.
So 0-2 is the count to Van Natta. 2 away. Runner at first base is Emma Downing. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Kate Wolf got her to chase one, and that ends the top of the second. That's her 3rd strikeout today. And we will head to the bottom of the second, see if the Lady Panthers can get some bats going. And we'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio with the score. West Platte 3, North Platte nothing. We'll be back after this.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the MSH.
Welcome back to North Platte Sports Radio as we head to the bottom of the second inning where the Lady Panthers will send up Cunningham, Kirsten, and Ball. The number 4, 5, and 6 batters. The Panthers are looking to get some offense going. They are down 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Facing Sophie Greer, who's on the mound. Strike outside part of the plate for strike 1. Panthers also looking for their first base hit. Mighty cut, but Cunningham comes up empty. Count goes to 0-2. Sophie Greer seems to have some stuff today.
Definitely bringing it. Velocity's there tonight. Location's there. When she's missing, it's missing up. Like that.
Yeah. Leaves that one. Catcher had to come up out of the crouch to grab that one. And the count runs to 1-2.
It's going to be key, too, for North Platte hitters to lay off that pitch. There's a few of them that their eyes really light up, so they're going to have to stay disciplined tonight.
Yeah, it's right up at your – there's a swing and a miss. And the ball's kind of bobbled by the catcher, but throw down to first in time to retire Cunningham. So strikeout.
Now batting.
Now Cam Kirsten, the shortstop, right-handed batter. Right-handed batter standing in there looking to, again, for their first base knock. Takes the first one as a strike. And one of the things I was going to say with Sophie Greer throwing the way she is, but this should be right up the alley for the girls that play Summer League ball. I mean, a lot of the pitchers there have a lot of velocity. Takes that one high. Good eye to let that one go by.
And a lot of times you see athletes that see a lot of high competitive softball and baseball is they like that velocity. They'd rather see velocity than off speed.
Exactly. Takes a strike. Couldn't quite pull the trigger on it. Now down the count 1-2. One of the things I will say, Sophie Greer is pounding the strike zone. So far as flummoxed the Panther batters. There's a good cut. Fouls it back into the screen here it remains or keeps the count 1-2.
Yeah, they definitely. She's yet to see a 3-ball count. So the first 5 hitters, she has been a lot of strikes.
Living in the strike zone. That one up high. Cam lays off, so count runs even 2-2 with one away. Bottom of the second. And that's what I think we talked about a little bit, but even a walk, getting somebody on to put some pressure on the defense. There's a foul ball. Able to get a piece, and count remains 2-2.
Kirsten's timing's right on. She's just a little bit under it. She needs to keep that timing and just find a way to get the barrel to the ball.
So the 2-2 pitch. That one high. Tried to do an off-speed pitch, but left it up high. Cam recognized it early enough to lay off of that one, so the count runs full, 3-2.
That the old announcer's gene talks about how she had yet to see a 3-ball count.
Oh, a swing and a miss. There's a pitch on the outside part. She wasn't able to get a piece of it. So now another strikeout for Greer.
Morgan
Ball, the third baseman, number 17, right-handed batter up there. Leaves that one outside, ball 1.
See if does North Platte try to bunt here. Ball's been notorious for it. She's a very good bunter. You really haven't got much going, so
maybe to try. She's choked up a lot on the bat. That may be her normal grip. Swing and a miss on that one. Count evens up 1-1. Panthers still looking for their first base hit. Swing and a miss. A little late on that one from Greer. Now down in the count 1-2. Here it comes. Leaves it high. Ball 2. 2-2 count.
See if Ball can just live to see the next pitch, find some way to get it on and extend the inning.
Swing and a miss. Blew it by her, so she strikes out the side here in the bottom of the second inning, and we'll head to the top of the third with the score, West Platte 3, North Platte nothing. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There to lead it off, left-handed batter to face Kate Wolf. First pitch is high for ball one.
Yeah, Wolf's job is just keep it here as long as you can. Obviously, the offense is kind of out of her hands, especially with her not in the lineup. So just try to keep it right here.
Next pitch, big swing and a miss at one up around the letters. So the count's 2-2 to Sophie Greer. Tried to get her to chase outside, misses away for ball three. Now a full count to the leadoff batter here in the top of the third.
Well, and I would have tried to catch it, but I was afraid I was going to fall back in my chair and really have a
then that would have been a
debacle.
3-2 pitch, bounces for ball four outside, so Greer works the walk. So a leadoff walk to Greer to start the top of the third, and that'll bring up number
now batting number 10,
Number 10, Addie Hughes, the third baseman.
She put that blooper right between Kirsten and Ball in the last one. See if they don't try to keep her jammed inside or if they change the approach.
Yeah, hit one right to the middle infield would be nice. There's kind of looking to bunt, but maybe miss low. Ball one.
Not sure I like that call.
There, 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Backing out of play. So there's two strikes now, so the count even, 2-2.
Yeah, just get through this, find a way to keep it 3-0, and got to get to the lineup one time. All of them get a chance to see Greer and kind of adjust to that timing. Just got to get one time through the order. Get Ramsey and Kirsten and bats like that to try to get a second look at her.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. This one popped up foul behind us. The backstops here are not that tall, so there's a lot of balls that end up going out of play. If it was like this at North Platte, we'd have to have a case of bubble gum to give away for all of the foul balls that they'd have. So a pretty low backstop and fence here until it gets to the dugouts, and then it drops down even further. 2-2 pitch, high, and outside, ball 3-2 the count. To Addie Hughes.
Well, and all these foul balls makes you appreciative of the ball retrieval.
Yes.
Slot in the fence. I've yet to see another one of those anywhere.
I think the umpires would like that. There's one popped up on the infield. Cunningham looking for it. She's got it. Puts it away for the first out. Nice play by her. It was hit pretty high up there. She tracked it all the way and able to squeeze it for the first out. So one away now with Greer at first base. And that's going to bring up Haley Deffenbaugh. Center fielder, right-handed batter.
Strikeout victim for Wolf in the first inning. It was actually the first out the Panthers recorded that inning.
Now batting number 2, Haley Deffenbaugh.
So if you can get one on the ground to a middle infielder here, and I don't know how fast Deffenbaugh is. Pitch left high and away, ball one. But certainly an opportunity maybe to turn two.
Yeah, the ball's going to move on this turf too. It's not going to slow down, so it does give you more of an opportunity than on dirt.
1-0 pitch from Wolf. Leaves it high, ball two. Down on the count, 2-0. Her 2-0 pitch Down low, ball 3, so she's missed with 3 straight. And probably not. Yeah.
Reminder, and hey, you've been here. Like you've thrown a lot of innings. Like there's nobody better, nobody more we trust up there. So you got to put some confidence back into her.
Yeah, go to work. I mean, that's basically what I think the message would be is just you've got good stuff. Just start using it. Just throw the ball, play catch with Kretzer, and let your stuff work and do itself. You don't have to make the perfect pitch every time.
Well, and because of Wolf's movement
away from the batter.
Well, and Greer's the only one to hit a solid ball tonight too. So
Number 17, Brooke Allison, right fielder, is in there, right-handed batter. 1 away. So Molly Klein, left fielder, also a right-handed batter, now in there with 2 away and runners at first and second. Oop, looked like she offered. Says she didn't.
it's a tough call where the field umpire is as well, because he's basically got the same vantage point just on the other side as the home plate umpire there.
Yeah, he's over kind of where the shortstop sets up. It's a 1-0 pitch. There's one fouled back and out of play, or actually fouled on the left first base side out of play for strike 1. 1-1 the count to the number 7 batter, Molly Klein.
We're seeing a lot of West Platte this week. West Platte again on Friday for football.
That's right. Tobacco stick game. That one's the official tobacco stick game, but I think it needs to be broadened out to a lot of the other sports. There's one bounced in the dirt. Brooke Kretzer able to keep it in front of her, not allow the runners to advance. Now Klein up in the count, or has the advantage in the count, 2-1.
That was really good shoulder work there by Kretzer of using the shoulders, keeping in front of you, and then turning them again to try to get where if she needed to throw, she could have. That was textbook block.
Yeah, he put herself in a throwing position if she needed it. Didn't, because the runners stayed put. 2-1, fouled back. Count runs even, 2-2. So this is the strike or the out that Panthers would like to get right here. Put an end to the top of the third inning for the West Platte Lady Blue Jays. 2-2 pitch. Kate's swing and a miss. Got her. Struck her out. Just what Kate needed, what the Lady Panthers needed. So we will head to the bottom of the third inning with the score. West Platte 3, North Platte nothing. The Panthers, when they come up, will have, or do up, they have Kretzer, Greer, and Seckel, the 7, 8, and 9 batters. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
No run, no hit.
We appreciate our sponsors of North Platte Sports Radio. Here's one you should check out.
Did your current propane company leave you out in the cold last winter? There's something you can do about that. Give Nash Gas a call. Nash Gas has been locally family-owned and operated since 1945. Let our family take care of your family this winter. Nash Gas offers keep full programs, winter heating contracts, and budget plans, all with superior customer service. Contact Nash Gas at 816-450-3333 or online at nashgasco.com.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a
Welcome back to the ballpark as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Brooke Kretzer, right-handed batter. Catcher for the Lady Panthers today, leads off, takes the first pitch high and away, ball 1. West Platte leads 3-0. So far, Panthers still looking for their first base hit. There's one high, ball 2.
Yeah, they're trying to get a base runner or at least just find a barrel. First 2 hitters of the game popped up to second, and after that it's been 4 straight strikeouts. So find a way to put it in play.
Kretzer, the 2-0, mighty rip. Fouls it back first base side for strike 1. Yeah, the Williams sisters kind of got under it a little bit, and second baseman was able to corral both of them. Other than that, no one's got really a piece of it. Leave that one outside for ball 3 or 2. Should be ball 3.
3-1, yep.
Yeah, 3-1. The count to leadoff batter Brooke Kretzer. There's one hit on a line, but foul first base side.
There was a barrel, just a little bit late.
If she got that just a touch or 2 sooner, we may have had a line drive down into the right field corner. 3-2 now, full count to Kretzer. Ball 4 takes it outside, laid off one that tried to maybe entice her to go after the 3-2 pitch outside. Kretzer laid off, so the first base runner for the Panthers on a walk. First walk given up by Greer.
Well, and so you had a groan from the West Platte faithful because the catcher didn't move on that, but what they don't realize is she was set up outside, so she didn't have to move, but she's already in that other batter's box. So Greer hit her spot, just good discipline by Kretzer to lay off that pitch.
Well, and it looked like, too, that pitch came in on the right hand or the left-handed batter's line that runs closest to the plate.
Yeah, it was definitely outside.
It was right there, and
the other thing is you got a lefty pitching, so it's not like there's some run on it. Maybe it's going to catch an inch of the plate. Like, it's going to stay out there.
Sophie Greer now stands in. There's one away.
Battle of the Sophie Greers here.
Yeah. Although the spelling is different, but Sophie Greer left-handed or left fielder today. There's a bunt, but it goes foul. So evens the count to 1-1. Looks like Kretzer, or actually, is that Zweibaummer?
Zweibaummer, pinch, courtesy runner.
So Dee Zweibaummer is running now at first base for Kretzer. Swing and a miss at one that was down low. So Sophie Greer now looking at a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch. There's one off the end of the bat, and first baseman tried Van Netta, but came up empty.
A lot of backspin on that ball, spinning away from her. I thought it might get down off the bat, and you could tell by the way it was spinning. It was just running away from her.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, so Kretzer was able to kind of square it up, but it looks like some of the other girls they're just getting pieces of it.
Yep, they're just under it, catching the bottom half.
2-2 pitch. There's a line drive headed out to left center, and it's all the way to the wall. And Dee pulls up at third base, and Sophie Greer with a double. That was a nice poke by Sophie Greer.
Well, and here's what people don't understand about your lineup is everybody thinks the bottom is just your weaker hitters, and it's not. It's a circle because now with the bottom getting things going, the 9 hole's coming up with nobody out, and then your top gets to come up with a chance with runners on and a chance to work.
Yeah, they're good base or table setters. Janica Seckel just skies one out to left, and that one, and I think Dee left.
No, she tagged.
She tagged.
Yeah, she
so
tagged.
Zach said that she tagged
she
up.
did.
Zach's crap. The home plate umpire watched it all the way.
Yeah, she definitely tagged up.
So Janica was out. The left fielder caught it in a dive, but then Dee tagged up from third base, came home for the Panthers' first run.
Well, and this is me being as totally unbiased as possible. She definitely tagged up because I was watching her.
Okay.
And I think the left fielder, I think she bobbled it for a second. And the fact that once it touches the glove, you can go. I mean, it doesn't matter if it hits the glove, pops up in the air 10 feet and comes back down. Like, once that ball touches the glove, you can go. And that's exactly what she did. So it was a clear tag.
So you don't have to wait on her to complete the catch. There's one skied out to right field. Right fielder on her run and able to get it. Gracie Williams drove one out to right, but able to get Greer over to third as she tagged on that play, and now is at third base with 2 away, and Farrah Williams needs to find a way to reach here and keep this moving.
When you're seeing the Panthers start to put balls in play, getting a little bit of energy and some life in that dugout, you find a way to get one, and this is they needed this inning.
So the first pitch to Farrah is outside and low, takes it for ball 1.
The job from Farrah would be to find a way on and give Lenny Ramsey a shot with runners on.
Yeah. Next one takes a strike on the outside part of the plate for first strike. 1-1 the count now to Farrah Williams. Sophie Greer's at third, 2 away. Panthers have got their first run, but yeah, like you were talking about, you'd like to find a way for her to reach and bring Ramsey up there. There's one down low and outside. Ball 2, 2-1 the count.
Interesting having her square around. They're really crashing hard at first and third. Is she just trying to kind of put some deception in that pitching window of Greer, or is she legitimately trying to get one down?
Yeah, tried to that time and missed. Kind of took a stab at it. So the count now 2-2, 2 away. See what Farrah can do now. There's one skied, but out of play. First base side, so she'll see another pitch from Greer. Yeah, you'd love to find, if she can find a way to get on, whether a walk or a base hit, maybe get Greer home from third. It would bring Ramsey up, who's on deck. 2-2 pitch, 2 away, 3-1 West Platte. There's one fouled back and out of play behind us.
Well, and regardless of how this inning turns out, you've already won the inning because they put up the goose egg in the top and they've got one in the bottom. So you're playing with house money now. You'd like to get this within 1 run, but at the very least, you've won the inning. So that's a small baby step into cutting into this thing.
I think Brian Davis likes that because he always brings that up a lot.
Hey, there's no team that's ever been beat when you win every inning.
Exactly. Strike 3 taken on the outside part of the plate. And that'll end the bottom of the third inning for the Lady Panthers. Take a strike looking for the third out. So Panthers will have Ramsey, Cunningham, and Kirsten when we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning here on North Platte Sports Radio, and we'll be back after this.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
McGruff here.
The crime dog?
Yep.
I think I'm going to need your help. I've got an internet bully.
Okay, well, what you do is...
Maybe you could put a virus on her computer. Or a tracking device. Or a bug.
You don't have to do that, all you...
Or maybe we could get an attack dog. You ever see those attack dogs that can, like, rip a person's arm off? Seriously. Or like a SWAT team. A cyber SWAT team or something. Or like an army. Did you ever see that zombie army movie? We should get a zombie army.
Wait. All you need to do to stop an internet bully is delete their messages and never forward them on.
Welcome back to North Platte Sports Radio. We are heading to the top of the 4th inning. West Platte is on top 3-1 over North Platte. Panthers picked up 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd inning, left 1 runner on. And we are going to have the number 8, 9, and 1 due up. And with the top of the 4th inning, Clay Atterbury.
Thanks, Steve. Steve going to take a bathroom break, so unfortunately you're stuck with me for a little bit. So like Steve said, 8-9-1 due up for the Lady Jays. We'll start with French. Drew a walk and then was later picked off at, or the courtesy runner was picked off at first back in the 2nd inning. Wolf brings her first pitch. It is ball 1. A little bit inside. goal here is to see if the Panthers can get a goose egg, answer that win in the third inning by getting a chance to win another inning. Second pitch is high, ball 2. So French ahead in the count, 2-0. Leadoff batter here at the top of the fourth. Coach Davis joining me on the call.
How we doing?
Doing good. How about yourself, Coach?
Good. Need a few more runs here, be doing even better.
Ball inside corner, strike 1. 2-1's the count to French. So, Coach Davis, what's your take on the first 3 innings?
You know, kind of what's transpired. We might be in a good spot to be, only down 2. So, you got to look at it positive. You could say, like, you don't necessarily want to be down, obviously, but, if you have, kind of the, we haven't had a lot of base runners, and we've given a few free base runners. So to only be down 2 with kind of some of those statistics, you got to think you're in a good spot.
So the last one was just a bit inside, so 3-1 from Wolf to French. That one's inside as well, and another walk. That would be the 7th one of the night. So like you mentioned, they've had a lot of base runners, and that's came off in the hands of free passes. 7 walks on the night. It is lucky to be down 2 because they've had a lot of base runners they've left on base. So got to think, Kate's got to find a way to settle in some way, somehow. It's not her sharpest night, but she has a way of grinding through. No doubt she'll keep us in it.
Yeah, I mean, she's grinded through each inning so far. We've danced around 2 walks in each inning, but then also, has gotten out of the last, 2 innings without giving up any runs.
So 9-hole Schenker goes up to bat. She scored a bunt on the first one. It was fouled on the third baseline, so it is 0-1. Squares again, bunts it foul again, so it is 0-2. 9-hole just trying to do a job of moving a base runner up and letting the top of the lineup work with the runner in scoring position.
And sometimes that can help the pitcher, too. That,
yes.
You're going to get a strike, and somebody trying to put the ball down so they can maybe find a little rhythm.
That one inside just a bit as Steve is back, so he will join us back here. Thank you to Coach Davis for stepping in, giving us some insight from a wily veteran back there.
Aha.
So 1-2 to Wolf, and I will turn it back over to Steve.
No, you can keep going. Keep going.
That one right at the knees rings her up for a backwards K, out number 1. So 1 out, and that'll flip the lineup over. Downing back up for her third plate appearance. She's yet to record an at-bat as she has walked twice. Her on first, 1 out, top of the 4th. Right down the. She's 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first and struck out swinging in the second. She pops one foul behind the backstop, strike 1.
Now, how did French, the catcher, reach?
She reached by walk. And did they get a courtesy runner out there, or is she still out there?
She's still out there.
Yep, I think that's a testament to the courtesy runner getting picked off in the first inning.
That's
second
true,
inning,
they
sorry.
did. Yeah.
One's high, ball 1, way up there. Good job by Kretzer of keeping it corralled. 1-1. Yeah, the courtesy runner, last time they courtesy ran for Kretzer gunned her at first, so.
Yep, got her sleeping over there off the bag at first.
And Nada reaches for that one. It was outside corner, well located, strike number 2. 1-2, and Wolf finds herself a strike away from out of the top of the 4th. Foul,
barely
got
a piece.
The bottom piece of that. Fouled straight back, and we'll go 1-2 again.
She
fights that one off, just a defensive swing, and knocks it out of play down the third baseline. That was about as defensive as it gets. Reach out there.
Well, she's kind of off balance and just stuck the bat out and able to foul it off to the third base side out of play, but definitely a defensive swing that allows her to see another pitch.
So 1-2 to Van Natta. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Runner on first, 3-1. Panthers trail. That one's low. Ball 2, 2-2 to Van Natta. Wolf doing a much better job of hitting spots here. Van Natta doing a better job of being patient and just fighting away pitch after pitch. That one's outside, and we run full.
Tried to get her Tried to go outside again and misses a little bit low and away.
Got to think with Greer's on deck, this is a challenge pitch. Runner's moving on first on the pitches. It's full with 2 outs. Challenge pitch outside corner, and that'll do it.
Nice job. That's what the doctor ordered right there. Bandana strikes out. So what do we have in that inning?
We had no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on, just the 1 walk, and that was it.
So the score remains 3-1 in favor of West Platte. Lady Panthers getting ready to bring up the number 3, 4, and 5 batters. That's Ramsey, Cunningham, and Kirsten when we head back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio right after this.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS, where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete.
We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Perkins Park, where Panthers find themselves down 3-1. Lenny Ramsey, the number 3 batter, will be leading off the inning as Greer now brings home the first pitch, fouled back. Going right after it. 0-1 to Lenny Ramsey.
A little bit more life on the Panthers dugout this inning. They won the last inning. They got a shot to win another inning here. They got some juice now.
More confidence, I would say. Swing and a miss. Tried to get a hold of that one and drive it probably out of here as she could have. But now down in the count 0-2. She's got to get tough here with the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouls it back behind us. Looked like they were setting her up high.
Yeah. And if there's anything Lenny is she's a tough 2-strike hitter. She knows she's played enough softball over the years. She knows 2 strikes, shorten up, try to put one in play. That's exactly why you saw her take that swing on with 1 strike, because
there's one fouled off first base side out of play.
She make me look good here, fighting 2 pitches off of 2 strikes.
She has 2 of them. Struck out her first time up, looking to amend that, but down in the count 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. There's one lined out to center field, and nobody's going to get that. And gone! Home run, Lenny Ramsey. She drove it out of here like on a trolley wire.
I told you, 2-strike hitter.
Yeah, and 0-2 pitch. She got a hold of it, and out it goes. So the Panthers, with their 2nd run of the day, now only trail West Platte by 1.
Again, you won another inning. Now, again, you're playing with house money now. You've won the inning. You're a run down. You've got all the momentum right now. Just find a way to get this thing tied.
Yep.
Seeing West Platte starting to tighten up just a little bit, especially.
After that home run, I think they will. I think Greer, maybe even as a pitcher, she had a 3-run lead now that has evaporated to only 1. That tends to add or put more pressure on everybody. McKenna Cunningham, a good cut, fouls it back into the screen here, and down in the count 0-1. Nobody out. Panthers have got 1 home on the home run by Lenny Ramsey. Now McKenna Cunningham looking to see what she can do. Next pitch, down low, leaves it able to not offer on that one. Now, Greer has gone a couple of times down low trying to get him, and I think some of the first time through the order they certainly chased. 1-1 pitch, bounced in there.
You're seeing it a little bit here. Sometimes you give up a couple of hard shots off the bat, and you just become a little bit more fine on the mound, and that's what you're seeing here.
Yeah,
you're slow in the first one, and that one's in the dirt, or in the turf, I should say.
You're trying to make the perfect pitch, but strike outside part of the plate to Cunningham. Evens the count to 2-2. I think you do. It's part of that pressure, and you then try and refine your pitches as opposed to just firing it in there. Ball left outside, came across in the left-handed batter's box for ball 3. So now a full count to Cunningham, and if she can find a way to get on, it's going to bring up Cameron Kirsten.
Kirsten swinging a hot bat the last couple weeks, too.
3-2 pitch. Bounced foul at home plate. Able to get a piece, and there's one hit on the ground. Bounce. She got around on that one, bouncing down third base side, but foul all the way.
And you're just seeing a little bit of a pep in the step of these hitters now. There's a little bit, their rhythm is there. Like Cunningham especially, you've seen a little bit of some energy in her swing and some rhythm.
Well, you talked about that once they saw her that first time, they've had much better swings and much better approaches at the plate. Nobody out. 3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4. Cunningham works the walk, so she'll be on at first base. Nobody out. Cameron Kirsten now will stand in. Shortstop. That was a nice bat by Cunningham to work the walk.
Number 20, Cameron Kirsten.
And again, some groans from the West Platte crowd, but again, the catcher, and it's French is the catcher. She's setting up outside on those, and although they look like she's not moving because she's on the outside corner, and it's in the other batter's box.
There is she's setting up outside, not having to move, but the pitch is going across the left-handed batter's box, so it is definitely a ball. Now, they're setting over on the third base side, so maybe from them it looks like a strike, but they, of course, are off on the third base side. So Cunningham's at first. Cameron Kirsten takes the first one high for ball 1. And this is turned into a great opportunity here for the Panthers after Lenny Ramsey led off the inning with a home run to left center. There's another one high. Cam waiting on a pitch. Greer has missed with the first 2. Advantage Cam.
Might see a big rip here from Kirsten.
Yeah. 2-0 pitch. There's one skied out to right field and well hit, and the right fielder's got it. So didn't quite get enough of it. Went opposite field, but tried to drive it out there, but right at the right fielder, and she's able to record the first out. So now Morgan Ball, who had I believe she had, did she have a, no, she struck out the last time. I was thinking of Sophie Greer. There's a little. Came in. That is Addie Hughes. She grabbed it in the air and then threw behind Cunningham. It was halfway to second to record the second out. So what was promising turns into not so promising in the end on the bunt attempt, but Panthers do pick up one on the home run from Ramsey. Nobody left. We head to the top of the 5th inning with the score. West Platte 3, North Platte 2. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
3-2.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Missouri at highschoolofficials.com.
Hi, my name is Stanley, and I've been arrested for stealing shoes. I didn't really steal them, but I've been sent to Camp Green Lake anyway. The worst punishment a kid could get. And at Camp Green Lake, we dig holes. Lots of holes. I've only been here a short time, but I think the camp director is up to something. I'm Stanley Yelnats, and I'm covering more than dirt at Camp Green Lake. Explore new worlds. Read my story in the novel Holes by Louis Sacker. For other great book ideas, visit your local library or log on to literacy.gov. Brought to you by the Library of Congress and the Ad Council.
Headed to the top of the 5th inning, Sophie Greer, the pitcher for today for the West Platte Lady Blue Jays, will lead off, left-handed batter. Kate Wolf's still in there. Panthers now only trail by 1 run as we start the top of the 5th inning, 3-2. First pitch to Greer is hit on the ground and then past the right fielder all the way to the wall. Ramsey over to get it, fires it back in. Kirsten has it, but a leadoff triple for Sophie Greer. She smoked that one past the second baseman, Gracie Williams. She tried to grab it, came up empty, and then scooted past Seckel out there. And Brooke, or I'm sorry, yeah, it's Seckel had a little bit of trouble out there with it, and it went all the way to the wall. Lenny Ramsey over to back her up. But Greer able to get all the way to third base with nobody out. There's one popped up back behind us. Out of play. Strike one. Number 4 batter, Addie Hughes, third baseman. She recorded the out on Morgan Ball as she tried to bunt, but bunted it in the air. Hughes was able to grab it and then double Cunningham off the base at first. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. Now down in the count 0-2. So a couple of strikeouts here would be just what the doctor ordered. If Kate could put that on the menu, that's exactly what she'd want to have. 0-2 pitch coming now to Hughes. Bounces it in the dirt. Kretzer able to keep it in front of her. Count runs to 1-2. Now that run down at third, if you find a way to get out of the inning without that scoring, that'd be quite a feat. 1-2 pitch. Thought about it, laid off, pitch high and away. Count runs even now, 2-2.
I think if Wolf can spot one, somewhere close, she might get Hughes to chase it. Just that one wasn't close enough.
No, that was, it ended up over in the batter's box, the left-handed batter's box. So 2-2 count, nobody out. Pitch from Wolf. Swing and a miss on a pitch high and away for strikeout of the inning, number 1. So Hughes is retired on a strikeout.
Now batting number 2.
Haley Deffenbaugh now steps in, center fielder.
Deffenbaugh. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that Greer's still at third, but one away now.
Deffenbaugh for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging in the first. She walked and was later stranded at first and the third. So you got the ball, put a ball in play tonight.
So her bat has not, although she maybe have fouled off. I'm not even sure if she's made contact, I guess. Counts now 1-2. Deffenbaugh looks at the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her. So 2 strikeouts back-to-back. Kate Wolf now 1 out away from getting out of the leadoff triple by Greer.
And as shaky as Kate's been tonight, that's strikeout number 10. So when she's went to the zone, she's been overpowering.
So Brooke Allison, the right fielder, in there. Popped up, backing out of play. So strike 1.
Allison 0 for 2. Tried to bunt in the first inning and popped up to Kretzer and then struck out swinging in the third. Again, bottom of the order, you got to challenge them. You got to make them beat you, especially with 2 outs.
Yeah, you want to go after them right here if you can. You're in the lower part of the order. Number 6 batter in there right now. 0-1 pitch. There's one skied out to center field and well hit. Lenny Ramsey not able to get it, so Greer's going to score, but a single for Allison able to bring Greer in from third, so that now makes it a 4-2 ball game. And
I really thought Ramsey might have that one too. She got a good read on it. It just kept carrying on her. Good job at getting it back in and keeping her at first.
She did square it up, so it was traveling at pretty good velocity out there. So now Molly Klein, number 20 left fielder, stands in with Allison at first base with 2 away. 0-1 pitch, strike 2.
Nice job, Kate. You pitching, girl.
Brooke Ellison, I thought, might try to go to second, but stayed at first on the drive that went all the way out to the wall. Next pitch. Right in there, strike 3. She looked at 3 pitches. The bat did not come off her shoulder. Molly Klein looked at all 3 of those pitches, and that will record the second K as she strikes out for the second time in this contest. We will head to the bottom of the 5th inning now with the score West Platte 4 and North Platte 2. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
We appreciate our sponsors of North Platte Sports Radio. Here's one you should check out.
Did your current propane company leave you out?
HSAA are the 171,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Missouri. And so...
Welcome back to North Platte Sports Radio. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. West Platte on top, 4-2. Brooke Kretzer leading off for the Lady Panthers to start this bottom of the 5th. Takes the first pitch from Greer, low and outside for ball 1.
Kretzer walked, and her spot later came around to score as Weibaumer pinch ran, or courtesy ran for her.
Takes the next one up high, ball 2.
Panthers had some really good approaches here the last couple innings. They just got to keep doing that and keep finding a way to chip.
This is really only the second time through the order, if I'm doing this right. Takes a strike there, a little one that was up by the letters. 2-1, the count goes. Nobody out. Kretzer looks at the next one, swing and a miss. So now 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Able to get it in there. Kretzer swung through it. It'll make contact. She's the first out of the inning. Sophie Greer, who had a drive out to left center, got a hold of it. Lasted bat. Takes the first one for a strike.
Be a good time to do that again.
0-1. Hit pretty hard and into left field for a single past the shortstop. So Sophie Greer is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Now at first base with one out, and Janica Seckel, who I believe swung at the first pitch.
Sacrifice fly to left.
Yep, see if she can maybe be a little more patient and find one she can drive. Takes the first pitch low and inside. Of course, Janica is a left-handed batter.
The only lefty in the lineup for the Panthers.
Yep. Looks at the 1-0, thought about it, lays off. Takes it high and away, 2-0.
See if she's got the take sign on here. 9-hole, just trying to find a way to get on base, give the top your chance.
Get some base runners. There's a foul backing out of play, so took a hack at that one. Of course, that one was coming right down the middle of the plate.
Yep, that was a good pitch to swing at.
Middle, I think they call it. At least in baseball, I know they do.
Yeah.
Next pitch, swing and a miss on that pitch. 2-2 the count with one away. Sophie Greer is at first. Janica loved to find a way to reach here. 2-2. Strike 3, took it on the inside part of the plate for strike 3. So she is retired. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Greer. Now back to the top of the order, Gracie Williams.
Gracie's due for a hit. She's put 2 balls in play. She had to record a hit.
The next pitch. Away, ball 4, 4 straight pitches, and here comes her sister, Farrah Williams. And this would be a great time for her to reach and then bring up Lenny Ramsey.
Yeah. Yep. She's in the spot in the order of protect Ramsey. And if she can find a way to get on base, and the way Lenny Ramsey's swinging the bat tonight, she can do some damage.
So what are her chances of maybe laying down a bunt? Oh,
well,
she skies one out to left field up in the air. Shortstop back and able to corral it for the 3rd out. So that'll end the threat of the Lady Panthers. They had lead 2 on, no runs score, and we will head to the top of the 6th inning with the score: West Platte 4, North Platte 2. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
School
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the MSH SAA and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey parents, do kids think you're out of touch because of the way you dress?
Yes.
Well, say hello to instant style with Fashion On. Just spray Fashion On whatever you're wearing and look cool in an instant. Turn orthopedic shoes into vintage high tops, pleated khakis into skinny jeans. Even clip-on ties become fly gold chains. Just spray, let it dry, and presto.
What about my fanny pack?
You mean your hip MP3 player?
Wow.
But what about my bifocals? You mean your hot pink shutter shades? Hey, I can't see. But your kids can see you, and trust me, they see fashion.
Thanks, Fashion On.
We are headed to the top of the 6th inning on North Platte Sports Radio, where the West Platte Lady Blue Jays have a 4-2 lead over the Lady Panthers.
Number 5, Maisie.
8-9-1 for the Lady Jays coming up.
Yep, Maisie French, the catcher, will lead off. She's walked twice. Then Schenker and then the top of the order Downing due up. Panthers, it's kind of simple. They need to not allow any more runs to score. Oh, so there's been a substitution.
The on-deck batter.
So they're going to pinch hit Davis?
Yep.
So a pinch hit batter on deck. Ella Davis. Take first pitch to French is swung on and missed. Strike one. Kate's 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. Kind of like what you talked about. The lower part of the West Platte order has really come up empty on anything they've tried to swing at. Down the count 0-2. French looks at the 0-2 pitch, and here it comes. High and away. Disciplined enough to not swing at that.
Yeah, the bottom of the order just looks nervous up there. That one even wasn't close, and they still flinched at it. So I think if Wolf can just challenge this bottom here, she's going to find some outs.
So 1-2 pitch. Right in there, strike three, swung through it. No contact, so there's one away here in the top of the 6th inning.
Ella Davis.
So Ella Davis will stand in, right-handed batter, pinch hitting for Schenker, who had, I believe, struck out twice.
Yes, struck out looking twice.
See what Davis does here down in the 9 hole. Skies one kind of off the bat, and Kirsten back, able to handle it. One pitch, one out. Kirsten records the put out. So now with 2 away, Emma Downing back at the top of the order will stand in. She's walked twice and struck out.
Now batting, number 9, Emma Downing.
Kate's first pitch to Downing on the way. Swing and a miss. If I remember right, the strikeout she got, I don't think she made much contact with.
Yeah, Downing's 0 for 1. She walked twice, but Kate Wolf got her swinging on the last one in 3 pitches.
Another one foul tip that time, but right into Kretzer's glove. So now down in the count 0-2. So Kate 1 strike away from making quick work of the Lady Blue Jays here if she can find another strike. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her. So quick work, and right back to the bats go the Panthers, where we'll have Ramsey, Cunningham, and Kirsten. Last time that was due up, Ramsey hit a home run and made it a 3-2 ball game. Of course, right now we've got a 4-2 ball game in favor of West Platte. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. West Platte on top, 4-2. We'll be back on North Platte Sports Radio after this.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
Lenny Ramsey leads off, and on the first pitch hits a one-hopper to the shortstop. Grab there, and Downing throws her out at first base. So one pitch, one out. 4-2 in favor of West Platte. Here's McKenna Cunningham. Struck out first time up, walked the last time. First pitch is low and away, ball one. Base runners, it's about base runners right now at this point.
100%.
Getting late in the game. There's one hit on the ground. Shortstop over in the hole, fires to first in time. She planted her right leg and fired over to first base in time to record the out on Downing. Now the right-handed batting shortstop, number 20, Cameron Kirsten, will stand in with two away and nobody on.
Two good plays by the shortstop to save this inning for West Platte.
First pitch is low and outside, ball one. Now she's set up out there, and that ball comes right over the white of the inside part of the batter's box, but holds it there like it's a strike. I guess trying to sell it?
Yep, just trying to do everything you can as a catcher, trying to get a call, buy one for your pitcher.
Next one misses high and away for ball two. There's one fouled kind of off the handle. Kirsten, first base side, does. So now 2-1 the count.
Kirsten gave a good swing back in the fourth inning.
That pitch is outside, ball three, so 3-1. Catbird seat. So she can be very selective here on this 3-1. See if Kirsten can get a hold of one. There's one kind of off the fist and out past the shortstop. They can't get to that one. So Kirsten is on, and Morgan Ball comes up with Kirsten at first and two away.
Now batting number 17, Morgan Ball.
Kirsten able to fist that out to center field for a single.
See if Morgan Ball can just extend the inning.
Takes a strike. 0-1 to Morgan Ball. She represents the tying run. Swing and a miss. Now down on the count 0-2. With two away, bottom of the sixth. It's 4-2 in favor of West Platte. Swing and a miss. Came up empty, and that is the inning. Panthers go almost 1-2-3, but Kirsten able to get a single, so one runner left, but no runs scored. We head to the top of the seventh inning here on North Platte Sports Radio with the score West Platte 4, North Platte 2. We'll be back after this.
We appreciate our sponsors of North Platte Sports Radio. Here's one you should check out.
Did your current propane company leave you out in the cold last winter? There's something you can do about that. Give Nash Gas a call. Nash Gas has been locally family-owned and operated since 1945. Let our family take care of your family this winter. Nash Gas offers keep full programs, winter heating contracts, and budget plans, all with superior customer service. Contact Nash Gas at 816-450-3333 or online at nashgasco.com.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson.
Headed to the top of the 7th inning here at Perkins Park in Plattsburgh, Missouri. Morgan Van Natta will be leading off, the number 2 batter. For the Panthers, so the Panthers need to have a stiff defense to not allow any other runs to make a 2-run deficit any larger. Then hopefully the Panthers will have 7, 8, 9 due up. Kretzer, Greer, and Seckel to start the bottom of the 7th.
And not a 0 for 2 tonight.
They want
2 strikeouts. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to say they want to have a 2-run deficit at the most. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Van Natta. Yeah, has not had much luck. Walking 2 Ks, is that what?
Yep.
Yep.
Correct, yep.
Next pitch. Ooh, goes after one that's way up high, probably up around her head. Coming up empty, so now down in the count 0-2. Next pitch. Leaves that one alone outside for ball 1. Nobody out. 1-2 the count on the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th, Van Natta. Swing and a miss, struck her out. And that is Kate's
14th strikeout.
14th, so she is really, ever since the home run, has pitched pretty well. So got to rely on getting out of this inning and then have the...
Going to put Greer on.
So they're going to intentionally walk Sophie Greer. She'll be at first base with 1 away. And that will bring up Addie Hughes.
I don't mind that move at all. Greer's put the ball, play hard all night long. No chance, no reason to even deal with her.
She had a triple the last time she was up. So now at first base with 1 away. Swing and a miss by the number 4 hitter, Addie Hughes, number 10, third baseman. Panthers need to get 2 more outs and then get the bats going. Strike called in there as she looked at it. On the inside part of the plate. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, these 2 hitters are combined 1 for 5 between them, so got to think Seckel was just thinking no reason to let Greer do more damage, just make these 2 beat us.
Yep. She can't do much unless she has some help standing on first base. Down in the count 0-2 to Hughes, right-handed batter. The 0-2. Swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate. So strikeout number 2 for Kate Wolf. And the second out of the inning. That's their 15th of the game. Now she's going to face Haley Deffenbaugh. Addie Hughes. This should be Deffenbaugh.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah, Haley Deffenbaugh, because Hughes just struck out. So now Deffenbaugh in there, and she skies one up. And out of play. That pitch that went over the head of Kretzer. 2 away. Counts even at 1-1. 4-2 West Platte, top of the 7th.
Got to find a way to get in the dugout with being 4-2. Regardless of Greer's first, second, or third. Just got to focus in at the plate.
1-1 pitch. Outside, and now Greer's going to go to third. Reach. But there with 2 outs, so if you can get the batter. That's got to be what you concentrate on at this point. 2-1 pitch. Strike. Just needs to get one more strike over. Count evens out at 2-2. 2 away. Greer's at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Deffenbaugh. Fouled back. Pitch was high. Kind of had to reach for it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how she even got part of the bat on it. They used the very end cap.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but enough to see another pitch here. Another 2-2 pitch from Kate Wolf. Right after this.
Bring the action.
We are heading and inside. Ball 2-1.
Again, we talked about bottom of the lineup. It's like a circle. This is where the bottom just got to do their job, find a way to get on base, some way, somehow.
2-1 pitch. Strike right at the letters. Taken by Kretzer. She walks away from home plate. Now evens in the count, 2-2.
Good job behind the plate of framing that one. She got on top and made that one look really good.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got her on a pitch a little bit more elevated. And after that last one, you can't blame her. Had to try and protect, but came up empty. So now one away with Sophie Greer, the number 8 batter.
Greer's 2 for 2 tonight. Could really use her a 3 for 3.
Yeah, she had a double and a single. Takes the first one high. Ball 1. Had a good, must be picking up the left-handed pitches from Greer. Strike outside part of the plate. That ball had a little bit of movement to it. Got the call on the outside part of the plate. Evens the count, 1-1 with one away. Strike 2. So now Sophie Greer down the count, 1-2. Panthers down to their 2 final outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. There's one skied out to center field. Center fielder back, and can't get it. It's up against the wall. Greer pulls into second safely with a double. So Greer 3 for 3. 2 doubles and a single. Now Janica Seckel, left-handed batter, will be in there, and the Lady Blue Jays are going to have a huddle on the mound to talk about facing left-handed batter Janica Seckel.
That was big also because West Platte was starting to feel it a little bit there. So Sophie Greer stepping up and leading from the front and saying, you know what, we're not done yet. We're going to keep finding a way to fight in this one and see if Janica Seckel can find a way on first base and give the top a chance to win it.
Well, she drove that one out deep to left or to right center. I believe it even kind of went off the wall. So if not, it was very close to it. So Janica Seckel now needs to find a way to reach. One away. Sophie Greer at second. Takes the first one high. Ball 1.
Gotta have some patience here. Sometimes when pitcher knew you know that tying run's at the plate in the 7th, kind of be a little bit tougher. So Seckel's just gotta be patient here.
Next pitch off the glove of the catcher, and Greer's over to third with one away. And really,
West Platte's looking at it as that run means nothing on third.
I was going to say the most important run's the one at bat. You want to get her to reach. There's one fouled back, third base side, and out of play. 2-1 goes the count. There's one away.
Good cut by Janica. I think her wheelhouse is that outside pitch. If she can get one, she can get her hands extended on.
And then drive it to left center, left field. There's one hit on the ground. Shortstop has it over to first to record the out. Sophie Greer scores on the play, and now down to their final out with Gracie Williams up there. 4-3, favor of West Platte. So Panthers are down to their final out with Gracie Williams standing in, right-handed batter, nobody else on. Pitch from Greer, outside, ball one. A little bit further now. She does. And Gracie Williams swings through it. That would have been one to lay off. So now 2-2 the count. Next pitch. Strike three, and that is the ball game. So Lady Panthers come up short. And really the difference in the game was that first inning with 2 walks, and then the Panthers never led in this one, and will once again finish the season kind of wishing there could have been more.
Great big round of applause.
So that will mean that West Platte, who has come on here at the end of the season, will take on the winner of Plattsburgh or Mid-Buchanan.
Mid-Buchanan game.
And that's going to be coming up next here at the ballpark, and they'll figure out the championship will be playing tomorrow at 6 p.m.
6 o'clock right here.
Clay, I don't know. That home run kind of put the Lady Panthers behind the 8-ball, so to speak, and they just never could dig out from that home run that Sophie Greer had in the first.
Yeah, districts, when you get in postseason one and done, whether it's baseball or softball, it's just a different monster. There's just so much randomness that can happen, and not to say that West Platte's win was random. They're a good softball team. They beat Mid-Buck. I mean, they are a very good softball team with a very good pitcher on the mound. It just, when you play from behind, it can be tough, especially use a lot of energy trying to get it tied. And North Platte could just never get it tied. I think if they could have got it tied, it kind of would have let them breathe a little bit. But West Platte added that 4th run that kind of was the difference. I mean, it ended up being the difference. But the hardest thing as a coach is when you get knocked out in districts and it feels like the season was a failure, and it wasn't. I mean, this is a 20-win team.
Yeah.
They won a conference title, won a Benton title. I mean, this team did so much this year. And yes, you don't have a district title to boot, but at the same time, like, there were so many in your favor. So whether it comes in district semis or district final or quarter, I mean, the result is the same. Obviously, you want to try to make it as far as you can, but it's hard in baseball and softball to hang it all on the postseason because it's just so random. I mean, the best team doesn't always win, and tonight West Platte was just a better team. I mean, or at least they had the best player in Sophie Greer on the field tonight. And so these Panthers, I mean, I could not be more proud of them. They fought tooth and nail in this one. They never said die. Take it, Sophie Greer. Doubles in that 7th inning. I mean, it was very easy. They could have just laid down and just said, you know what, we don't have it tonight. They did not. They fought tooth and nail. They did that all season. They brought a conference title back to Dearborn, and there were so many good things about this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to